guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel good today. I'm sorry if I seem a little more low energy than my past few videos, or if I'm like a little spacey. You know what, I'm just gonna be like honest. I'm just gonna be honest, right? We can be honest here. Yesterday, I had a really bad day with anxiety. My emetophobia was like on fire, but you know, whatever. But basically, today, I'm just feeling super fatigued. Like my body is just feeling like all the adrenaline that was pumping through my veins yesterday. So yeah, I'm sorry if this video sucks. I know that was a really great introduction, but in case you're new here, my name is Christine and I am the creator of the MyIBSLife Instagram account. And one thing I really like to do on my Instagram account is sometimes put up a story with a question box and just ask you guys like, hey, do you guys have any questions for me or thoughts or concerns or worries about your IBS that you just want to get off your chest? And then I actually usually receive like an overwhelming amount of questions, but I figured I would take some of the questions you guys asked me the other night and try to answer them right now in a YouTube video. Before I answer these though, I do want to remind you all that I am not a doctor, I am not a healthcare professional or expert. All of my answers are pretty much just based off of personal experience. I myself am just a girl that has had poop issues for 13 years. That's all I can really offer you. But yeah, okay, you get it. Let's just answer some questions. Okay, so the first question is, did they know it was IBS for you right away, or did they think it was another condition? This was so long ago, I honestly don't even remember like the initial conversations. I think it might have been suspected it might just be IBS, but I did go through the ringer with like all of the tests before I was actually diagnosed with IBS. The first gastro I saw in 2006 automatically tested me for celiac disease. It came back totally normal, as all tests do. I think after that I just got a bunch of like random blood tests done to look for other things that might be going on, and then eventually I switched to a totally different gastro and he did a colonoscopy and an endoscopy on me to rule out things like ulcers or Crohn's or even something as serious as cancer. And then when that stuff looked normal and dandy, that's when they slapped me with the IBS diagnosis. And then actually just a few years ago, I think it was in 2017, the gastro I have now started thinking, you know what, this could actually possibly be SIBO. So then I was tested for SIBO, and of course that came back negative as well. So here I am 13 years later, just chilling with my IBS. Have you ever shat yourself in front of Jay? So for those of you who might not know, Jay is my boyfriend who I live with. We have been together for over 2 years now. Okay, I know this is gonna sound weird, but this is like kind of a tricky question. So there was one night, probably over a year and a half ago at this point, I was super sick from my interstitial cystitis. If you don't know what interstitial cystitis is, it's basically IBS for the bladder. It's chronic, super painful. There's no cure to it. There's like basically nothing you can do except like wait out the pain or like possibly take some pain relievers. But one of the things that happens with my interstitial cystitis, which I'm kind of thinking might be endometriosis, but that's a whole different video, it gives me really bad cramping like in my bladder uterus area, and then it starts to affect my IBSD or like my diarrhea. So there was this one night where that was happening and I was with Jay. At the time we didn't even live together. I was like visiting him on the weekend and we were just like sitting on his bed, and then all of a sudden I just had to like make a run for the bathroom. So I like run to the bathroom. I'm basically about to have an IBSD attack. And then, you know, I get in the bathroom and I like pull my pants down and, you know, all that great stuff. And I see there's like a little bit of stuff in there, you know? Like I didn't full on like shit myself, no, but it was like a little bit came out. You know what I mean? So then when I got out of the bathroom, I just literally looked at Jay and I was just like, I think I just shit myself. And he was just like, excuse me? I was like, yeah, I think I just did. So yeah, it was nothing too crazy, but I guess technically I kind of shat myself in front of Jay, but like not really. Also, he actually didn't find it that weird, so it was all fine. How do you and Jay keep the intimacy alive when IBS hurts you? So this is an amazing question, and it's a question that I definitely put off answering. There's a few reasons for that. Jay's not really here to give like his input or his side of the story, so I never want to say anything that might be on behalf of him or like putting words in his mouth. But I also know that this is definitely not a topic that Jay would be comfortable talking about publicly. You know, it's just one of those topics that's like private, you know, you want privacy around it, and I want to respect his thoughts and his feelings on that. So let me try to answer this as best as I can solely from my side of it. Off the bat, honestly, it's just really fucking hard to keep intimacy alive when you have a condition like this, and 99% of the time I'm really not in the mood to do anything because I'm in pain. But I also realize that that's not very fair to my partner. I am very lucky to have a partner that is very understanding of my health condition, and even if you put aside the physical part of it, like, you know, the actual feeling of the nausea and the cramping and having to push through that, there's a mental side, for me at least, with IBS, where there's a lot of the times I just don't feel good about myself and the way my body looks. I just still have a pretty poor relationship with my own body, so when I'm not feeling good mentally about me and my body, I don't want to have that intimacy time. He couldn't give a shit less. He thinks I look amazing all the time, and I know that's probably not like a helpful answer to your question, but that's honestly just like how it is, at least for me. But I do have two pieces of advice to hopefully be at least a little helpful in answering this question. The first thing you can do is, when you are feeling good and you are feeling energetic and you are feeling in the mood, jump your partner's bones in that moment. I mean, obviously, you know, be aware of your surroundings and don't do anything fucking stupid, but take that moment to really put your energy and your emotions and time into being intimate with your partner when you are feeling well. The second thing that's a lot more important, at least in my opinion, is to have open communication with your partner about what's going on. Let them know that it's not them. It's not that you're trying to avoid them or avoid being intimate with them. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just you aren't feeling well and you wish you could put your energy towards that, but today you just can't. And having that conversation can be really hard and kind of awkward, but it is a conversation that's really important and can save both you and your partner from having any hurt feelings or miscommunications, and probably will prevent some unnecessary arguments the two of you might have. How do you deal with the aftermath of a diarrhea or vomiting attack? Okay, so actually with my own personal case of IBS, I don't deal with vomiting. I don't want to scare any of you into thinking there's something more serious going on. Vomiting is not really a symptom of IBS. Even nausea isn't truly a symptom of IBS. I am personally somebody that suffers from severe nausea like literally every day, but IBS is really just like cramping and like the improper bowel movements that we're having. What I'm trying to get at here is, if you are vomiting like frequently from your IBS, that is definitely a discussion you should be having with your doctor. And if you feel like your doctor is not taking you seriously with that, I highly recommend you go see another doctor. But when it comes to the diarrhea flares, honestly, what I do after like a really bad IBSD attack is I go lay on my couch or go lay in my bed and try to sleep as much as possible. If I can't sleep because I'm still not feeling well or because I'm still like super anxious about the whole thing, I'll go play a game on my phone and listen to some calming music. And I know personally, when I get an IBSD attack, my body seems to like overheat really badly for some reason. I'll make sure that I'm in comfortable clothes, that my like body and skin can like breathe and cool off. And sometimes if it's like really bad, even just putting like a ice pack or a cool wet rag on my face will really help. And then honestly, your goal should just be to rest as much as possible. By actually taking care of yourself and giving yourself the rest you deserve, hopefully you'll actually start to feel better a lot quicker. So yeah, I think those are all the questions I'm gonna answer for today. I know there were a lot more questions, so I'm really sorry if I didn't get to answer your question either here or on my Instagram account, but I am planning on doing more Q&A stories and videos here in the future. So make sure to just leave your comment either down below in the comments, or you can always DM me on Instagram. I'll also continue to put up stories with a question box where you can submit any questions or thoughts there as well. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the MyIBSLife YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram at MyIBSLife. And with all of that, I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for being here and supporting me and for watching this video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.